everyone. Today we will read about Artemisia abrotanum. You can see the plant of Artemisia abrotanum. So, if you're talking about the Artemisia abrotanum, so can anyone tell me the common name of Artemisia abrotanum?
Southern wood,
Yes,
ladies
very
love.
good. Southern wood is the very good. Wood is the common name of Abrotanum. One more name is there. That is rare name. Can anyone tell?
Ladies love.
Yes, ladies love. Very good. Ladies love and Southern wood is the common name of Abrotanum. And this medicine is prepared under which class? If you are talking about the class, like first year में हमने पढ़ा था फार्मेसी के बारे में. Okay. So least juicy, most juicy, and medium juicy is there. Okay. So under which class this medicine is prepared? Can anyone tell?
Third.
First
Yes,
class.
class third. Okay, this medicine is prepared under class third. Okay, just we have to remember this. Okay, and this medicine is proved by Dr. Gatchel, especially on two women. This medicine was proved, but introduction is given by Deventer. Okay, so which part of this plant is used especially? The fresh leaf and stem is used in the preparation of medicine. Okay, so sometimes there is a question, what is the common name of this medicine? So we have to answer ladies love and southern wood. So can anyone tell me the family of Abrotanum? Can anyone tell? किस फैमिली से बिलोंग करता है Abrotanum? That is compositive family. But if you are talking about the compositive family, there are so many medicine which is belonging to the compositive family. So can anyone tell me the name of medicine which is belonging to the compositive family? और क्या क्या medicine है जो compositive family से belong करता है? That is, Anika is there, Anika montana is there, Taraxacum is there, and Calendula is there. Okay, so let's talk about the symptoms
Millefolium.
of. Yes, yes.
Sir, millefolium.
Yes, Milofolium is also there. Very good. Very good. Another symptom. Let's talk about the symptoms of Abrotanum. Alternate constipation and diarrhea. Lienteria means यदि आपके पास patient आता है, if the patient is coming to you, then how he will express? The patient will be saying, Doctor Saab, sometimes I am having watery stool and sometimes there is no bowel movement. Okay, means पेशेंट विल एक्सप्रेस यू लाइक दैट कि डॉक्टर साहब कभी कभी क्या होता है डायरिया हो जाता है लेकिन समटाइम्स क्या होता है स्टूल पास ही नहीं होता है एंड इफ द स्टूल इज पासिंग देन इट इज पासिंग undigested stool. This undigested food particles you will find. That is the meaning of lienteria. Lienteria means passing of undigested food stool. Food. Okay, another symptom is there marasmus of children with marked emaciation, especially of the legs. The skin is flabby and hangs loose in folds. Why there is marasmus? You can see in the picture. In this picture, you can see the legs is emaciated. So why there is emaciation? Because patient might be suffering from the PEM, protein energy malnutrition. This patient is having ravenous hunger, but there is a problem with assimilation. If there is a problem which is related with the assimilation, so there is no absorption, proper absorption of the protein. And if there is no proper absorption of the protein, so patient might be suffering from two type of condition, means two condition. So can anyone tell me if there is a deficiency of the protein? So what are the disease condition? Can anyone tell? क्या होगा प्रोटीन एनर्जी मैल न्यूट्रिशन की वजह से क्या क्या होगा प्रॉब्लम कैन एनीवन टेल
Marasmus, kwashiorkor.
yes one is marasmus another is kwashiorkor okay But if we are talking about marasmus, so marasmus we will find in the lower extremities only. But this emaciation we can correlate with the another medicine. So can anyone tell me the name of medicine where we will also find emaciation? Can anyone tell?
Sir, Senicula
Natramute,
ardum.
Sanicula.
Yes, sanicula and
Senicula
Natram.
ardum.
iodine,
Acetic
very
acid.
good. And natramure is there,
Tuberculinum.
and tuberculinum is there, very good. Argentum nitricum is
Acetic
there,
acid.
and acetic acid is there. Very
Correct.
good, excellent. Okay, but what is the difference between these medicine? Suppose if the argentum nitricum patient is there, in case of argentum nitricum में भी आपको मिलेगा merismus or emaciation. But what is the difference between abrotanum and argentum nitricum? In case of argentum nitricum, you will find hurried manner associated with the emaciation, especially in the lower extremities. Okay, but these symptoms again we can compare with another medicine like natramure. In case of natramure, you will find emaciation. Why there is emaciation? Because loss of vital fluid. Because of anemia and loss of vital fluid, the natramure patient will be having emaciation. Okay, so this is the basic difference. By this way, we can differentiate the medicine from each other. Okay, another symptoms in marasmus, heat we cannot hold it up. Why there is weakness, especially around the cervical region where the patient cannot hold it up. Why? Because suppose if the patient is suffering from PEM, protein energy malnutrition, so generally protein helps to form the musculoskeletal. Okay, protein helps to form the bones. If there will be a deficiency of protein, so there will be a low amount of calcium in the body, so it will lead to the weakness of bone, and that's why the patient is unable to head hold it up. Okay, and these symptoms we will also found in another medicine. So can anyone tell me the name of medicine? और किस medicine में मिलेगा ये symptom? That is,
It's synopium.
yes, very good. Athusa
Athena.
synopium is the medicine where we will find. Very good, Amit. Very good. Another symptoms, the most prominent symptom of the abrotanum is the wasting. It causes most marked in the lower extremities. What we have already discussed. But if you're talking about the wasting, and this wasting is most prominent symptom, and this is said by Dr. J.S. Clark. But if you're talking about the J.S. Clark, so there was a one question in the AIAPGET exam related with the J.S. Clark. One repertory is there which is written by J.S. Clark. So that repertory was published in which year? Can anyone tell? किस ईयर में क्लार्क की रिपोर्टरी आई थी? कोई बताएगा? This repertory was published in 1904. Okay. Yes, very good. 1904. Another symptoms, marasmus of lower extremities. You can see what already we have discussed about the marasmus, especially about the lower extremities. You can see in the picture. If you're finding these symptoms, then we can say this is the abrotanum patient. And there is a painful contraction of the limbs from cramps or following colic. Why there is contraction of the limbs? Because abrotanum patient is having diarrhea. Diarrhea means passing of loose stool, a watery stool, more than 5 to 6 times in a day. If there is a passing of loose stool, बहुत ज्यादा अगर watery stool होता है तो क्या होगा? Dehydration होगा. So there will be a low electrolyte imbalance. especially potassium. Okay, and this will lead to the contraction of the limbs. So there will be a painful contraction of the limbs and associated with colic. Then we can think of abrotanum. अगर पैर में दर्द के साथ कोलिक हो रहा, then we can think of abrotanum. Okay, and already we have discussed about the alternating symptoms. Okay, or alternating symptoms. Then alternating symptoms we can correlate with the organon of medicine. So, where Dr. Hahnemann has mentioned about alternating action, under which aphorism? Can anyone tell? Alternating action? Where Dr. Hahnemann has mentioned?
115.
Yes, very good. 115. But examples of alternating action, where it is given? In which aphorism? कौन से aphorism में Hahnemann ने alternating action के example दिए हुए हैं? Yes, 251. So, what are the examples? क्या क्या examples हैं? Belladonna, Bryannia, Rustos, and Ignacia is there. Okay. But if you're talking about the alternating, okay, alternating symptoms, alternating action. So alternating symptoms we can also correlate with the practice of medicine with a disease condition. So can anyone tell me where we will find alternating symptoms? किस disease में मिलता है alternating symptoms? Like constipation and diarrhea? Can anyone tell? Yes, IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. Okay, but alternating symptoms we can correlate with the another medicine. So where we will also find alternate constipation and diarrhea under which drug? Can anyone tell? Yes, antimcrude is there. Very good. Sulfur is there, and Nux vomica is also there, and Podophyllum is also there. Very good. These are the medicine which is related with alternate constipation and diarrhea. But if you're talking about alternate constipation and diarrhea, this again we can correlate with the Kent repertory. So can anyone tell me under which chapter of Kent repertory we will find alternate constipation and diarrhea? Yes, rectum is the right answer. Very good. So another symptoms of abrotinum, ravenous hunger, losing flesh while eating well. Means a patient is having ravenous hunger. So what is the meaning of ravenous hunger? Can anyone tell? What is the meaning of ravenous hunger? Another is canine hunger is also there. So what do you mean by canine hunger and ravenous hunger? In case of canine hunger, the patient is not satisfied while eating. The patient is always having hungry. Means what? Means patient ने अभी खाना खाया, उसके बाद फिर 5 to 10 minutes के बाद खाना चाहिए, because he is not satisfied even after eating. But in case of ravenous hunger, the patient is eating food so much, but there will be again hunger, but after 1 or 2 hours. That is the difference between the time. Okay. यहाँ पे क्या होता है, आफ्टर 5 मिनट्स होता है. ओके, 5 मिनट्स या 10 मिनट्स में इसको हंगर लग जाएगा, बट यहाँ पे क्या होता है, 1 to 2 hour बाद लगता है. दैट इज ravenous hunger. And in this condition, in this medicine, ravenous hunger is there, losing flesh while eating well. When the patient is having so much hungry for the food, but even we will find the emaciation. Why? Because there is problem related with the assimilation. Okay, that's why the patient is lean and thin. Okay, and emaciation of lower extremities is there. Another symptom, so we will talk about the rheumatism. For excessive pain before the swelling commences, from suddenly checked diarrhea or other secretion. Suppose if the patient is coming to you and that patient is having pain, especially in the fingers, especially in the morning, and the patient is telling you, like, Dr. Saab, I was suffering from the diarrhea and I took few medicine or suddenly there is a suppression of diarrhea. After that, I developed this pain. You can see in the picture. Then we can think of this medicine. Okay. But if you are talking about the rheumatism, okay, or rheumatic arthritis, so you will find a particular deformities is there. So can anyone tell me the name of deformity we will find in this condition? Can anyone tell? We can correlate with the practice of medicine. Can anyone tell? Like we will find, so we were talking about the deformities of rheumatic arthritis. Okay. So generally you will find swan neck deformity. Okay. And Z neck deformity you will find. Okay. And you will also find the ulnar deviation of the metapharyngeal joints. Okay. These are the deformities you will find in rheumatic arthritis. But again, we can correlate with the investigation part. So, what are the investigation you will suggest to the RA patient? Can anyone tell? अगर rheumatic arthritis का patient आएगा, so क्या क्या investigation हम लोग कर सकते हैं? Can anyone tell? Like RA factor we can do, okay, and C-reactive protein we can do, and anti-CSP antibody. Very good, very good. Okay, these are the investigation we can do if the RA patient is there. Okay. Another symptoms, great weakness and prostration, a kind of hectic fever with children and unable to stand. Why unable to stand? Because of so much weakness. इतना ज्यादा कमजोरी हो जाता है कि patient cannot stand. There is problem while the patient is standing. And child is ill-natured, irritable, cross and despondent, violent, inhuman, would like to do something cruel. Why the patient is having ill-natured? Because the patient is having intolerable colic, and that colic means abdominal colic is there. पेट में इतना ज्यादा दर्द होता है that will lead to the ill-nature, and the patient will be doing समथिंग बैड मीन शांति से नहीं बैठेगा, सारा कुछ नुकसान कर देगा। अगर आपके रूम में बैठा है तो सारा तोड़ फोड़ करेगा। एंड दिस सिम्टम्स वी कैन कोरिलेट विद द अनदर मेडिसिन like antimicrobe. So what is mentioned in antimicrobe? The child is peevish, irritable, will not let you feel the pulse. इतना बदमाश होता है कि वो अपने पल्स को भी छूने नहीं देगा कि पल्स मेरा चेक कर लो. He will not allow. But these symptoms we can also correlate with ptious mourning or ptisious mourning with chamomilla. The patient is always, the patient will always say, and he will not reply in the civilized manner. Means, suppose if you will ask to the chamomilla patient, यदि chamomilla patient से पूछते हो, कैसे हो? Then he will say, साला तू कौन होता है पूछने वाला? He will abuse. He will reply in the uncivilized manner. That is a chamomilla patient. And this Abrotanum patient is face old, pale, wrinkled. You can see the face of Abrotanum patient. Why there is a wrinkle over the face? Because patient is suffering from marasmus. There is problem related with the PEM, protein energy malnutrition. That's why we will find this type of face. And this type of face we will also find another medicine. So can anyone tell me? और कोई किस मेडिसिन में ये मिलेगा तुम्हें?
Anacardium.
Not anacardium. Opium is the medicine. And Criojot is the medicine where we will find this type of symptoms. Okay. Another symptom, angioma of the face. You can see if you're finding this type of tumor, okay, over the face, which is looks like red in color. Oma means tumor, and you will find the congestion of the blood over the tumor, especially over the face. Then we can think of this abrotanum. And there is a aggravation if there is a improves in the rheumatism. If the rheumatism problem is improving, at that time there is aggravation of the hemorrhoids. And another symptom is there, you can see in the picture. Stomach feels as if swimming in the water. ऐसा लगता है कि क्या है? The stomach is swimming in the water. You can see in the picture. But if another symptom is there, if the heart is swimming in the water, so can anyone tell me the name of medicine? अगर heart लगता है पानी में तैर रहा हो, कौन सा medicine है?
Buforana.
Very good. Bufurana. Bufurana is the medicine. Very good. And if the eyes is swimming in the water, so which medicine? That is Squilla. Squilla or Sila is the medicine. Okay. Another symptoms, these are the mnemonic. By this way we can remember in short. Okay. Short में हम लोग याद कर सकते हैं एब्रोटेनम को. A for by the name of Abrotane. Okay. A for alternate constipation and diarrhea, especially in children. Okay. And B for boys with nosebleed and hydrocele. Means if the patient is coming to you and that boy is having epistaxis, means nose bleeding is there associated with hydrocele, then again we can think of this medicine. And R for rapid emaciation, at good appetite. Means appetite is very good. Means ravenous hunger is there. Yet the patient is having rapid emaciation. Okay, then we can think of this medicine. And O for operation in chest. Means after surgery it will develop hydrothorax or emphysema or empyema. Then again we can think of this medicine. And T for tremendous weakness after the influenza. Means tremendous weakness. Means इतना ज्यादा कमजोरी हो जाता है patient is unable to stand. Especially if the patient was suffering from the influenza. Influenza के बाद ऐसा होता है. Then we can think. But if there is a great prostration even after influenza, then the medicine is Califos. Another medicine is Califos. Okay. And another A for a checked diarrhea is followed by piles and rheumatism. And another N for navel oozing in newborn. Newborn. Navel oozing in newborn. But these symptoms again we can correlate with another medicine. If there is a blood oozing from the navel, so can anyone tell me the name of medicine? Can anyone tell? Which medicine? That is calcarea phos. Okay. But if there is a oozing of urine from the navel, then the medicine is hyoscyamus. Okay. Another characteristic symptoms we will talk about. According to J.S. Clark, wasting is the most prominent symptoms of the abrotanum. If you're finding wasting, especially in the lower extremities, then we can think of this medicine. And according to Master Kent, in case of abrotanum, emaciation will start in the lower extremities. क्या होता है? पैरों से start होता है and ऊपर की तरह जाता है. Means going towards upwards. And the face is the last part which is affected. And these are the symptoms very opposite to the Lycopodium, Natramur, and Sorinum. But what Dr. N.M. Chaudhary said about the appetite means malnutrition is evident from the progressive atrophy in spite of ravenous hunger. Means ravenous hunger is there, but emaciation is most marked. Okay, okay. So this is said by Dr. N.M. Chaudhary. Okay, and lastly we will talk about the modalities. If there is aggravation, especially checked secretion or cold air and fog. But if you are talking about the fog aggravation, so can anyone tell me another name of the medicine where there is mention? Asthma in foggy weather. Which medicine? Asthma in foggy weather. Yes, very good. Hypericum and Baptisia is there. Okay. And this patient get ambulation while there is motion. But motion is the characteristic symptom of another medicine. So can anyone tell me where the patient is having aggravation from the motion? In which medicine? Motion aggravation किसमें होता है? Can anyone tell?
Prania.
Yes, Brania alba is there. Very good. But in case of Abrotanum, the patient is getting relief by motion and loose stool. The watery stool is there, the patient feels much better. Okay. Okay, thank you everyone. If there is any doubt, you can text me. Okay, and these are the classes for the demo class. Okay, and those who want to join, they can text me. Okay, personally they can text me, and especially आप लोग प्रिपरेशन कर सकते हो लाइक AIPGET 2025 एंड UPSC एंड OPPSC एंड नेशनल नेक्स्ट एग्जाम भी आ रहा है लाइक BHMS के लिए. ओके, सो नेक्स्ट एग्जाम होने वाला भी है, उसके बाद भी आप लोग मतलब ज्वाइन कर सकते हो उसके लिए भी. सो इफ देयर इज एनी डाउट यू कैन टेक्स्ट मी. ओके, ओके, थैंक यू एवरीवन.